Hello, all, and welcome to a sort of, in case you missed it, for what are we? In May. Yeah, wow, time is moving. So, if you can't tell, I'm under the weather and just not feeling very well, but oh well, it happens. I still want to do some type of in case you missed it. And well, since this isn't a full blown one, things aren't back to where they were just yet. It's probably going to be a little bit longer, but I'm in a better spot than what I was last month and the previous month. So it's things are looking up. It's just battling with the banks who aren't doing right. And I'm going to tell you now, never bank at Capital One. That's the first thing. Just don't do it. Just say no. Don't trust their commercials. Don't trust what they say. They're there for. No, they're not. They will hold your money, especially if it's a large amount, and they will hold it for 90 days without giving you a reason why, aside from they can do that. So I guess that's a public service announcement. Do not ever bank at Capital One. I mean, all banks are crooks, don't get me wrong, but there are some who rise above and become uber crooks, and Capital One has done that. Do not ever bank at Capital One. Okay, so now I'm sorry this is still being half done and everything, but next month, like I said, I think we should be back to full strength here and get the music going, slideshow, all of that. Uh, oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that in the mic. Right now, I have to be very careful because now this laptop is starting to poop out on me. But I have three quick stories that I'm going to tell you real quick. Oh, I hate when they do that. Three quick stories I'm going to tell you real quick. I have three quick stories I'm going to share. So get this. You guys know I have a fear of bees and just, I don't know, it's the buzzing, the fact they can sting you and they're quick. Well, this happened in Washington State recently. A semi truck carrying 250 million bees and their hives turned over. 250 million bees were literally let loose, flying all over because the truck tipped over with their hives. I don't know where they were transferring it to, but that's absolutely frightening for me. That's a horror story. The road was shut down, and volunteer beekeepers came out to help get everything back in order. And according to reports, they did get most of them, and hopefully the queens are okay and everything. Despite my dislike of bees, I do understand how important they are to the environment. Just as long as they stay away from me, because I'm certainly not going to go near them. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I wonder how the truck tipped over, but could you imagine 250 million bees agitated at that? They're not happy. So, yeah, would not want to be in that area. I'm sure dozens of people were stung, but at least the chaos was limited. They got most of the bees back and restored the hives, and were able to get them wherever they were supposed to go. Now, our next story comes from Norway, and oh, I almost coughed. This one is a little funny, but let's say you're at home, you're relaxing in bed, sleeping, and you hear some sort of commotion. Maybe you feel a small earthquake, and you think nothing of it. It's like, whatever. Well, then you get a knock on the door, and someone's ringing the bell frantically, and you're like, okay, fine. You go and see what's up. And as soon as you open the door, you see something on your lawn that should not be there. In this case, a giant freighter, a freighter ship, I should say. So, yeah, a cargo ship landed on the lawn of a man whose name I cannot pronounce in Norway. He said that his neighbor was the one who actually informed him. His neighbor was knocking on the door, ringing the bell, and telling him what was going on. The guy was in bed sleep. He wanted nothing to do with this. He wanted to relax. So he said when he went out, he was just in awe and shocked, and he had to bend his head neck all the way back to actually see the top of it. It's a very big ship. No one knows how the accident was caused. Luckily, no one was hurt, and they are in the process of moving this container ship and getting it back. Did I say freighter ship earlier? I didn't mean to say freighter ship, container ship. They are in the means of getting it off his lawn and everything, and hopefully the company who runs the ship will pay for the damages. Chances are they won't. Well, no, this isn't the US, so this is Norway, so they might actually do that. But could you imagine just relaxing and, hey, there's a ship on your lawn? I mean, what do you do with that? And finally, this is something that I think is really interesting, and it comes from Japan. And Japan has enacted a new naming law to stop people from giving their kids flashy names. Okay, so apparently in Japan, there's been an uptick on people naming their kids interesting names like Caesar, which of course means emperor, Pikachu, Eternal Life, quite a few names from anime as well. And the Japanese government doesn't like that. They said that it's, what did they say here? It is, oh Lord, I can't find it. It's too flashy and it's not appropriate, which to me is a little ridiculous. If the parents wants to name their kid something weird, it's their kid, they can do that. I might feel sorry for the kid, make it harder for them to get a job later in life, but come on now. So, some of the names that apparently are going to be on the ban list is Shiza, which is Caesar, uh, Aaron, which is a Japanese way of saying Ellen, and it means eternal love, the characters used. Rubery, which means lovely, Purin, which means pudding, and like I said earlier, Pikachu. Why would you name your kid Pikachu? I don't know. Uh, there's also Akuma, which means devil, and also Akaiki. I know I butchered that, which means prince, and Hajime, which means beginning. Again, I don't understand it. And it's funny because Akuma I know from Street Fighter and Hajime I know from an anime called Hajime no Ippo or Fighting Spirit. So, yeah, that's my little inner nerd. Anyway, this made me think of some of the names over here because I very much dislike ghetto names, and you guys know what ghetto names are. And it makes it harder for someone to get a job. Usually they'll change their name or shorten it or something like that. So I sort of understand where the Japanese government is coming from, but at the same time, I think it's an overstep and it's not their place. What do you guys think? Do you think people should be able to name their kids whatever they want? I mean, like, I know people who are named after streets and alcohol. I know that's pretty sad, but is it that much of a big deal, or should the government just stay out of it? Let me know. And that's going to conclude this sort of, in case you missed it. Again, sorry I'm very much under the weather and just halfway doing these, but I'm thinking June we'll be back to full power. And I really want to get back to things for Unexplained the proper way. So just hold on, hold off. No, hold on a little bit longer, everything should be improving again. So thank you for listening, and I am going to pop a NyQuil and pass the heck out. Oh no, I can't. I have to record a podcast. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I didn't forget. I know it hasn't been a podcast yet, but it's going to be one very soon ish. So, okay. I will see you guys next time.